Stadia and their partners are closing out 2021 with a set of bang out Stadia Pro deals. Here's how you can take advantage of these deals now. See as hurry, get Stadia Pro free for 4 months, risk-free. It's SDO Daily, baby. Let's get into this one. What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? Welcome to another SDO Daily. I am today's host, MM2K of PNTS Network and the StadiaDosage platform. Let's get into this one. But before we do, you know what? Do us a huge favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when we're dropping these doses. We appreciate all of y'all. Straight up, y'all know the deal, y'all know the reason, and by now, y'all should know the slogan. We are not too proud to ask. Okay. So I don't want this to be one of those videos where I talk for 5, 10, 15 minutes before I get to the actual deal, but we are going to break this up in 3 parts. First and foremost, before we get into the deal, I got to shout out the people that are responsible for giving us this information. Then we're going to get straight to the deal, and then we're going to talk on the back end why this could be, why they're doing this right now, okay? But first and foremost, let's give our shout outs out. First, I want to shout out the Stadia community who brought awareness to the 1 free month of Stadia Pro that was being given out. And lastly, but certainly not least, I want to give a shout out to the homie Wario64. He goes by @Wario64 on Twitter. Check him out. He got all the latest and greatest deals. And he was the one that gave out the big info for the Lenovo 3-month deal to us. All right. Now that that's done and over with, let's talk about how the deal works. Okay. So we got to break this up into 2 parts. We got to talk about how you get the 1 month and then you get the 3 months. All right. So in order to get the 1 month, here's what had to have happened. You either had to have been a Stadia Pro subscriber on the main account that you used and you've given up on Stadia Pro, and you would have given up on it and moved on, right? Or if you have multiple Stadia accounts and maybe you had Pro on another account as well, but then you canceled it, like me. I have the MM2K account. I have the StadiaDosage account that I manage for the Stadia Pro games. And I was on Stadia Pro for both of those for a while. And then I canceled Stadia Pro on the StadiaDosage account when family sharing became a thing, right? So then they still sent an email to me giving me this free code. So I was able to use that free code, even though I'm still a Pro member on the MM2K account. I was able to take that free code from my extra account and apply it to my main account. I'm gonna show you how to do that. All right. So, and when I talk about this email, you should have gotten something that looks a little bit like this. You know how we do. Let me show you something. So in your email, if you were a previous Stadia Pro subscriber under that account, the email associated to that account should have got something like this. Now, I can't scroll right now, but but when you scroll a little bit further in the email, it'll show you a code down here at the bottom. You just copy that code, right? And then you open up Stadia. Okay. You go to Stadia. Now, this is my MM2K Stadia account. Even though this email was sent to the StadiaDosage, well, you guys can't see that, but this email was sent to the StadiaDosage account, but I'm still applying it to the MM2K account. So in order for you to do that, you got to go to Stadia, go to your avatar in the upper right-hand corner, click on that, and it'll bring this little menu up right here. You want to click on Stadia settings, and then you'll get a screen like this. Under Stadia settings, you're going to scroll down on the left over here to redeem code. All right. And then you click on that. Once you click on that, you'll get a screen like this, where you plop the code in, you click on redeem, and then you'll see something that says, you know, hey, look, you were originally supposed to pay on this date, but now we're pushing it back a month. Let us know that you agree, hit confirm, whatever, you know what I mean? Something to that effect. And then there you go, boom, you got your first month free of Stadia Pro, but you still got 3 months to go, right? So here's how the 3 months work. Okay, and again, I want to let you all know that in order to get the 1 month, though, if you got a code, you can add it once, but you can only add it once. You can't, if you happen to have multiple accounts that got this email, you're not going to be able to stack it. You can only use the code once, all right? Just so you're aware. Now on to the 3 months. And again, shout out to the homie Wario for this tweet. Let me show you something. The tweet says, 3 months to Stadia Pro, free via Lenovo, free Lenovo account required. And he provides you a link. But the link to the time of this recording was bad. It was good when I originally tried this deal the day prior, but it's now bad. There is another link that I'm going to provide you at the bottom. It's going to say link to Lenovo deal, Stadia Pro deal. You click on that link and it'll take you there, all right? When you click on that link, this is what it's going to look like. Before you get here, you'll get to a sign-up screen. And all you're going to have to do is sign up for a free Lenovo Gaming or Lenovo Legion account. It's free, all right? So, once you're in and you sign up and you register for that account, you'll see something that looks like this. And when you're here, there's a few minor things you're going to have to do. Like, I think you're going to have to create a username, answer some silly question, and then prove you're not a bot. Once you do those 3 things, boom, it's going to give you an extra code that's now going to be for 3 months. And you go through the same process of going to your settings after hitting your avatar, clicking on redeem code, and then putting in your code and redeeming it, and you'll get a similar message that you did with the first month. Here's the thing. I want to show you guys this. Make sure you do it on a browser where cookies are enabled. If they're disabled, you're going to get this message. See this? So make sure that you have your cookies enabled in order to be able to get that particular set of deals from the Lenovo side of it. All right. So once you do both of those things, boom, 4 months of Stadia Pro free. Yes. And all it took was putting in a couple of codes and signing up for a free Lenovo gaming account. You can't beat that with a stick. Now, here's my thoughts on the back end for those that are interested to know why we feel that this may be happening right now. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why this deal now. All right. Well, in our last video, we talked about Stadia prepping in a major way to bring more AAA titles to the platform starting in 2022. And if you want the complete nooks and crannies on that, check out that video. Okay. That said, Stadia Pro has offered some serious value. How serious? Let me show you something else. This is from our good friend Inlad of the Stadia community, and he's done a fantastic job of creating the Stadia Pro game monitor. I thought I was going to glitch out on it for a little bit, but he keeps track meticulously of all of the relevant data with all the games that have been offered or being offered through Stadia Pro today, up until today. All right. So just to give you some quick hit information, there are 40 games that you can subscribe, or 40 plus games, I believe, you can subscribe and get now under Stadia Pro. Even if you've never been part of Stadia Pro, you can get access to 40 plus games and claim them all in your library. And those games will stay in your library. Even if you let your subscription lapse, they'll still be there. Okay. You just pick it up back. If you're reactivating your Stadia Pro account, it's just you'll miss out on other games that are being offered through Stadia Pro while your subscription is lapsed, of course. Think of PlayStation Plus. Okay. But if you subscribe since day one, you received a total of 118 games, all right, via the service. When averaged all together, the average Metacritic of the games that have been offered in Stadia Pro since day one, the average Metacritic is 76.7. And 54 of those games have a Metacritic of 80 plus or 80 Metacritic or higher. With 1,278 hours of gameplay to finish the main campaigns of all these games that have been offered through Stadia Pro. And lastly, a total value of $3,167 that you get from Stadia Pro games offered since day one. So there's no better way, really, to get gamers acclimated to what Stadia offers than with free games, right? And if they play these free games, again, over 1,278 hours just to finish main campaigns, right? And they see the wonders that many people see with the platform, and they get hooked, they'll be on the line and they'll be ready to try and maybe individually purchase the AAA titles that are to be offered through Stadia in 2022 and further. And that is the hope that Stadia can do, we believe, with this deal to hook some of those people in for the long road. All right. Those are just our thoughts. Let us know what you think about all this information in this video. Was this still helpful to you? Were the codes active? Were the links working? All that great stuff. And what did you think about what we had to say in the back end? Because like we always say, we're curious what I think. But if you did like what I had to say, again, my name is MM2K. Check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and the StadiaDosage, of course. With all that said, peace. Have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day.